hello. Hold on. I don't think they can hear y'all yet. Okay, say something. Say something.
Something.
I have some awful news in that
They
can hear you. Yeah.
Well, sorry for your ear holes.
They unfortunately can hear you all. Welcome in, everyone. We are going to be resuming our Magnus Archives game. Oh no! Wait. Oh gosh, this isn't episode 3. Let me.
Fool.
Also, I'm apologizing in advance because I did just start drinking a ginger ale.
Oh,
gonna be
are you gonna be
burping.
all burpy?
Yeah, just a little.
Their burps get so wet too. It's awful.
Oh, don't wet burp in front of my mom. My mom is here.
Hi, Mama Starshine.
I want to start shining.
Oh my god.
Hey, don't prime the pump to let us know that they're going to be wet burps, because I don't want to know something like that. I'd rather just pretend that they're not happening, and then I don't have to imagine what it might sound like.
So anyway, hello everyone. We are going to be playing a game called the Magnus Archives role-playing game, Speak Uneasy. We're going to be having a lot of fun with a lot of interesting characters. Hello to Dark, Mama Starshine, Omens, Cave. Hello everyone. And Mama Starshine, all of our love goes out to you. I hope we can distract you with our absolute nonsense.
It sounded like you said hello to Dark Mama Starshine. So like,
Yes,
light
this
Mama
is Dark
Starshine.
Mama Starshine.
Okay, actually, though, I want to meet Dark Mama Starshine. She sounds like a hoot.
She's Mama Starshine. A couple of drinks in.
Instead of Starshine, she's
Black
Star Shadow. Oh my god. Yes, Mama Starshine, we are joined by the lovely Corinne, also known as Pixie. She is the leader of our game. She's written everything up. We have Karma, Autumn, Andy, and I guess my wife? I don't know.
None of the rest of us are lovely, y'all. Just
Wow.
I know, right?
Wow.
Stop.
I'm the only
Stop
lovely one.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
I'm not upset. No.
I am.
No.
Fuck you.
You're all lovely. At least I think so. I can't,
Thank you.
Mom says I can hear voices too. She can be scary. God, woman.
That's so fair.
Pixie, I'm ready. I'm
Okay,
ready.
I want to give a warning to the watchers and listeners and players today. If at any point the dog I'm dog sitting, Mabel, suddenly decides that you're all here in the house, we may have some random barking. She likes to bark at the TV sometimes, and today during meetings she was barking at people on the screen. So it could happen. She's in the living room right now. So, but as a heads up, if you hear a small dog start barking, it's not in your head. That is
It's not
Mabel.
Karma.
I just assumed it was
Surprisingly.
Lottie. Yeah, Lottie or Karma. Coin toss.
Why do I bark?
Yeah, it sounds like that.
All
you.
right, everybody. Before we get into the game, we're going to go through and have our players name their characters and give their brief description. So we're going to start with Autumn today. Autumn, who do you play?
Oh no, pressure. I play Gary Keeper, the enigmatic cultist who works the back alleys. You can't bet anything on me. Nothing illegal has happened. Everything's fine. It was probably my siblings. It's actually true.
You don't have siblings. You're an only child.
Right, sorry, cousins.
Cousins.
You know, his sibling cousins.
It's the same thing in the Midwest South.
Hey, let's not talk about incest.
I don't like sibling cousins.
I don't like it either.
All right, Autumn, who are your cousins? Which one of these, hooligans here?
Shitheads.
You know, let's not go with Nicola. We've got Nicola first. Let's have Nicola go first.
I it is I play Nicola Domininsky. She works 3 jobs and is really tired all the time.
Loves
and
her
has a caffeine
kids and never
addiction.
stops.
Yeah, but it's really her cousins who are also degenerates and really like to steal things sometimes. But it's fine. We give it back. Sometimes.
And who's your other cousin, Nikolai?
Alice.
Hello! I play Alice Biltmore, but that's not her real name. I am the cousin. I am one cousin of Nicola and Garrett. And we never cause trouble ever. Alice enjoys being the life of the party, making lots of friends, making so many friends. Alongside her roommate, Val. Who's Mal? Val?
So Mal is my character, and it's short for Amélie Janvier. She is a suspicious investigator who explores dark places. She is she basically doesn't trust anybody. She's trying to write a book, and she goes into dark places because she likes to do field research. She is the authorial equivalent of a method actor, which means most people find her insufferable.
And how does Andy loop into all this?
I mean, I was friends with all of you, so you're like, hey, let's play together, and I'm here. No.
But what about your character?
I play a character that's nothing like me, who named Billy Ellison. Oh, hang on, I have the official shit. Hold on.
You have the shit for once?
Wilhelmina Billy Ellison is a tech-savvy protector who needs no weapon. She's flirty, 30, and ready to party. No, she's like super chill, but she's the tank because all these bitches wanted to play spellcasters. Or thieves.
I'm just a journalist.
You're just a girl.
I'm just a girl working 3 jobs, supporting myself.
You're just a girl in the world. All right, so those are our players. And does anybody remember where we left off last time?
I'm mad at Roxy. That's what I remember.
You
from
are.
last session.
It's in my notes.
Yeah.
Billy, dash, pissed at Alice.
Yeah. 'Cause she's using people's trauma to get them into her weird sex cult.
No, it's not.
Sex
My
cult?
mom just joined. Don't talk about the sex cult.
We don't talk about sex
No.
cults.
Listen, Alice just has a certain boss she answers to, and her boss wants lots of friends, and if she can help someone in the process, it's not a cult.
And her boss may or may not be a madam at a brothel.
I want
Don't you write my lore for me? That's good. Wait.
No, because it's a family business?
Yeah, it's a family business.
Maybe we're not in Chicago.
Unless
maybe
one of
we're in
our
Little Rock.
moms is like leads a brothel.
Hey, Mom.
She's a great aunt.
A grant.
It was certainly strange last time when Alice gave that coin to our good friend who wasn't feeling very well. Does anyone remember that interaction? Maybe what happened last time?
Yeah, it looked like
fucking weird.
He looked like a swamp monster was gonna blow up into chunks.
He sure did. And there was a weird I hate that actually. Thank you. Blowing up into chunks? Awful.
Sorry.
Awful. Basically he looked like lifeless. but also kind of jaundice, but also kind of like a person. And there was definitely something wrong. And Alice performed therapy.
Okay, here's what happened. You're all wrong. So basically,
Okay, let's get the Roxy story.
All right. So what happened was we're investigating this mystery, right? And we went to go get more info at this fancy restaurant, and this one busboy was like, "Yeah, my brother was there. I think he was impacted by this tainted alcohol. There's something wrong with it. It's doing things to people." So we were like, "Okay, Toots, take us to your brother." So we get to the apartment, and his brother looks very jaundiced and nasty and sweaty. And Alice handed him a mysterious coin. And now he's getting better. And he gave us the information we need. There. That's
She
what.
performed therapy
No.
and manipulation.
No.
Yes.
I just gave him a symbol of our household on a coin.
Manipulation.
Roxy, can I be so real to you, friend to friend?
What?
My brain stopped after you said the word taint.
Be right back. I'm gonna go get some Dr. Pepper. Y'all talk to them. Val!
Yeah, she enrolled him into her supernatural AA course.
Essentially, yeah.
We also gave one to Garrett to make him feel better.
Why did my brain try to say Garrett's name was Joffrey? I'm so sorry.
You know, don't worry about it.
Your Dr. Pepper.
I had to work yesterday, and today, and the day before.
I haven't had any soda.
Chat, I need you to understand that Roxy turned off her camera, and then we look down at Val's camera, and the door opens behind her, and Roxy steps through going, "Can I have some Dr. Pepper?"
You do not take a drop more. And I don't want one of your Roxy size sips either.
You did leave the room on purpose, I feel.
Yeah, I don't think
Sure did.
I don't think you're getting that soda back.
I know
though.
how much is I know how much is in there. Fool me.
She just peeked around the corner like a little gremlin.
Yeah.
Well,
When I
we
say
found the
Roxy
soda
size
cryptid.
sips, I mean Roxy. When I offer her a bit of my food, a bit to her is the size of like my dog eating something off Barbie.
Don't tattle on me in front of Mom.
I think your mom probably knows, girl.
Christ, you drank like a quarter of it. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Gabe said, "Rip Dr. Pepper, gone but not forgotten."
Well, I know what you guys need to put on your grocery list.
That
Dr.
concludes
Pepper.
the Dr. Pepper portion of this stream.
Not sponsored, but
Like
we
a-
could be.
Yeah,
Okay.
call us.
Like a chastity cage around it.
Yeah. See, mom knows. She was the first person you put your gum wrappers into the purse of. She knows what's up. Is that
As
just
soon
me?
as Roxy is back at a computer, we will continue.
I think we just go on without her at this point. She's taking a long time.
No, it's fine.
She's looking for more Dr.
There
Pepper.
she is.
I'm not gonna find it. I got it at work. For me, because I get drinks at work so I can not suffer.
So you stole her almonds and her Dr. Pepper?
No, I didn't. No.
She thieves.
No.
It doesn't taste as good if it's not from someone else.
I mean,
Don't-
that is
Hey,
Normally,
don't
I
listen to
like
the
my Dr. Pepper
sounds.
as it is. So
I did not give the jaundiced man an AA coin.
Yeah, you did. You gave him.
Actually, you did. That was like his one-day chip.
Yeah,
He'll get a bigger coin once he gets a month.
yeah. It just slowly gets bigger until it's like the size of his head.
Oh, I'm ready
God,
to.
now I'm thirsty.
If you can believe it, last session was actually really tense.
It
there
sure
was
was.
also a lot of absolute bullshittery at the start.
I hate
Yes.
to tell you. I think that's just us.
Yeah, it always starts with bullshit because of who we are as people.
We're
All
gangsters,
right.
so.
So, at the very end of last session, you had gotten a map and some instructions from David, Frank's brother. Frank was the one who had drank some of the mysterious, weird alcohol and was seemingly suffering since. And David said that he had taken away the bottles after he had come home to find Frank distressed and like unable to stop drinking. David destroyed all the bottles except for one, which he was unable to destroy. So instead of destroying it, he buried it in Grant Park. You now have a map, and I believe it wasn't determined if you were going to go straight to the park or if you were going to head back and report in, or if you want to do something else. I mean, you do have.
Oh,
you know,
I want to go to the park. I want to go see what this is.
all right, is it
What,
determined?
Time of the day is it?
So it is evening.
The middle of the night.
David got off work at 9 p.m. I'd say you probably spent hour and a half inside. So it is late. It's probably around 10:30. The park is technically speaking closed, which probably the perfect time to go and dig up random bottles of booze.
See, the real experts put them in graves. That's what you gotta do. No one's
Yeah.
re-digging up graves.
Yeah, there's no such
People-
thing as grave robbers.
Yeah, no.
Genuinely
Yeah, no
dig
one.
up graves all the time.
People
Just
that
for
no one has
funsies.
ever stolen from a grave. ever.
Yeah, exactly. No. I'm glad you guys get this. Yeah,
Does,
yeah.
not like
does
one of the
anyone
oldest
have a
professions.
shovel?
You
No,
got
we're not-
God
That's
gave
a
you two
great
shovels at
question.
the end of your wrist, Roxanne.
Alice is not digging with her bare hands. Excuse me?
I'm
These two
pulling up my
fingers.
sheet.
What about her human hands? If she's not digging with her bare hands.
Or dog hands.
Wolf.
Once
Not the
again,
dog hands.
Alice is gonna look around and ask anyone, do you have a shovel?
I legitimately don't think I have.
I have a
shovel.
knife. Does that work?
We can't stab the ground, Nicola.
Okay, but you could like use it and like leverage it.
I have.
You do what you gotta do. Gosh.
That was something else that got deleted, but I do have. Words are hard. I can punch, so I could just like.
I feel like you could use the knife to leverage out the dirt. Make it looser.
This crowbar, does that help?
I think the crowbar could work.
I feel like both. I feel like that's just as useful as a knife.
I mean, the simplest solution is to try to just find a shovel, but
Buy a shovel.
yeah. Well, no one's probably open. Go rob
Yeah.
a shovel.
We
Or
could
don't
go
rob.
Garrett
to,
holds up a crowbar.
we could go to a
No!
graveyard and then
All
ask the
in one.
gravedigger if he has a shovel.
He's gonna be upset with us if we ask.
Well, we tell him
I don't think.
this.
You give him enough money.
Either
No
you
one's
give me the
upset.
shovel, or we're going to take it. Either way, we leave with the shovel.
I
That
feel like
poor
he's
old
gonna
man.
Hit us with the shovel.
Yeah.
No, we have weapons, and that is a credible threat. If we're willing to steal from an old gravedigger, we're
I'm not stealing a shovel
Yeah.
from an old man.
How
He has
about,
a shovel.
okay, we don't
We
know
don't
how,
have time for this.
Shovel?
okay, how about we
don't know he's an
try,
old man. Maybe he's like a spry young critter.
Ugh. How about we try with the crowbar, and if it doesn't work, we then go rob
Digging
the
a
old
hole in a
man.
crowbar would take hours.
You don't know how
If-
deep it is?
I doubt it's that
But-
deep.
Hey,
don't-
Corinne,
Okay.
is
Yeah.
there like a general store like nearby on this street?
And
So
also,
there is not really a general store. However, I'd like a kind of like a general knowledge check. So it's like a roll using your intelligence. This is going to be a. I'll say this is demanding because it's late and you're gonna have to think out of the box for this. But if you are trained in intelligence skills, that would move down to standard for you. So a 6 or a 9, depending.
Can I also
Intelligent
see?
defense?
Excuse me, I raised my hand. It's my turn. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I had to be a shitter.
Are we gonna be that point in the Zoom call where we have to raise our hand to talk during
Not
meetings?
at that point?
Well, there's I don't know if there's a little raise hand in Zoom.
No, Autumn.
There
keep
is.
Going.
Okay. Autumn, what were you saying?
I got intelligent defense. Does that count?
If I would say if you have like a trained skill in perception, oh, there is a little raise hand. Or a trained skill in because this isn't a defense; it's more of a
History?
I'd say history would work, like the historical things about this area. Yeah.
Okay, I'm.
And Nicola, you can look as well.
Thanks.
Yeah. So both of you roll. This is either a 9 or a 6. If you're trained, it's a 6. A
I
15?
rolled a 6, and I am trained in all things knowledge.
Okay, so you're both going to have a little bit of knowledge here. There isn't a general store in the area, and if there was, it would be closed. However, as we discussed earlier, this isn't too far from that the restaurant that David worked at, which was a very nice restaurant. So you realize this is a pretty nice area. Now, while it's not immediately obvious, you do know that areas like this often have rooftop gardens. Nicola, you know that there are rooftop gardens in this area. Garrett, you actually remember a specific garden that's only like a block over because you've robbed one of the, you've stopped by, for no particular reason, one of the apartments here.
Is there perhaps a dark alley right next to that garden?
Oh, there is.
Oh.
Yeah, you remember it because you hung out there once.
Garrett's just gonna be like, wait here, and just walk like down the block into that alley. I have climbing gear.
Perfect. This is exactly what you need.
So I'd like to just, I don't know, climb up the side of the building, get a shovel, climb back down the side of the building.
Yeah, I say I will need 2 rolls from you just because it is dark. I will need one that is like a general athletics of some kind, so you're a physical for using your climbing gear. Usually, climbing up a building in the dark would be, I'd say, probably challenging, so a 15. But with your climbing gear, it makes it a 12, and if you're trained in a physical skill of some kind, it'd make it a 9. So a 9 or a 12 for the physical of climbing up. So roll that first, and then I'll tell you what the second one is.
All right.
Because the first one could really affect the second one.
That's a 9, so...
Okay, are you trained in any physical skills or just intellectual?
Lock picking?
No. So, as you're climbing up, you realize that this is the same exact climbing gear you used the last time you climbed up this building. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, there is a little ledge that rubs against the rope. And it had frayed the rope the last time, and you'd forgotten to replace it. Now, I'm going to need you to think fast. Your rope is breaking. What are you going to do?
Remember, we gave you that coin, dear cousin.
Is there like a fire escape or something nearby?
There is. It is kind of rusty, but still holding together. It is about 5 feet away from you. You kind of have to swing to reach it, but you could reach it. It just wouldn't be particularly quiet.
Make noise, break. I'll see if I can grab it.
Okay. So make me another roll. This one is going to be difficult.
Okay.
So 12.
That's a 1.
Ooh, that means this is our first GM intrusion.
Oh, it would happen to Autumn. It would.
So, Autumn, as you swing to grab what's the word I'm looking for? Fire escape. You swing, the rope snaps. You grab it, and you are hanging on. At that same moment, somebody opens the window right next to the fire escape, and they see you. What do you do?
How close to me are they?
So the fire escape is only around like 3-ish feet, like away from the window, like size-wise. So like window up 3 or less feet to the end of the fire escape. So they're very close. Like you're right here and they're right here.
I'm not like on the top floor though, right? I'm like,
No, you are like midway up when this rope snapped.
this is a big building, right? Tall?
Quite tall.
Okay.
At least I'd say 3-4 stories. So not like massive, but large. Person in the window begins to speak.
Mhm.
What are you doing outside my window?
Oh, I lost my key, and I was just gonna take the fire escape up to the roof, but then the railing sort of like, I thought it was sturdier than it was. Can you give me a hand in, please? I promise I'll be right out of your way. I know that the door on the roof is usually unlocked, so I thought I'd save people the trouble. I didn't want to ring anyone at this hour.
I would like a deception roll here.
I am trained in it.
I'm sure you are. Usually I would say trying to convince people in this building that you live there in the middle of the night would be challenging. We'll say this is difficult for you.
Okay. An 11.
Oh, just missed it. So the man in the window.
Can he have
turns
an
on a light.
assist? Like if one of us yells up, "Honey, have you gotten us in yet?"
You can if you would like.
Yes, please. Alice is
Okay.
gonna come into view, and she's gonna be like, she's gonna bounce her curls a bit and toddle over, and don't look at me. She's gonna pull down her dress a bit, show cleavage from that angle. Dear, have you gotten us inside yet? It's so cold out here. Oh, hello, neighbor.
All right. I would like a deception from you as well. Okay, I would say that this is also challenging, convincing someone you've never met that you're actually their neighbor in the middle of the night. But if you're trained, that does make it a difficult, so a 12.
14.
All right, so you have successfully eased Garrett's roll by 1, meaning he now passes with that 11 because
Oh.
a 9. So the man in the window, like he was about to turn on the light in his window, and he stops. Are you new in the building?
Yes, we just moved in. I don't know what the proper procedure for getting a replacement key. Do you know how I get a replacement key? Do I contact the landlord or?
We desperately need one.
I mean, not right now, but here, let me help you up. And he kind of climbs out his own window and starts pulling you over the railing, so that you're no longer hanging on, kind of dangling ridiculously.
Just kind of like catch my breath, like, oh, thank you so much. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come out. My poor wife. Oh.
Well, I think your wife would have been a widower, but regardless, come on in. Mind the sill. It's fresh paint.
Oh, very gingerly step over the still.
And then he, as you walk into his apartment, you see that there's like very nice furniture. This apartment is much nicer than David and Frank's was.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like he's doing well for himself, being able to afford a place like this and actually have nice furniture. He has like various like beautiful lamps, and there is like sparkling ashtray on the table. He starts guiding you to the front door of his apartment. Just follow me through this
Do
way.
not steal from him. Autumn, do not. This nice old man just let you not
is
die.
He an old man? How
It
old
doesn't.
is he?
Autumn.
He's older than you, but not like he's one of those older gentlemen who looks like he probably like did a lot of sports or like maybe did hard labor when he was younger and then either saved up, hit rich, did something because he still has those like kind of like tightly corded muscles, but he's very like gray in the beard and has that
Oh.
a bit of a silver fox, you might say.
Oh my God! You were saved by the Dos Equis guy. Also, I need you all to know that my
I can't
mom.
blackjack him in the back of the head now.
You can't. You can't. My mom is giving me tips on how to manipulate men. God damn it.
I
You come
love
by it
her.
honestly.
I mean, listen to the expert.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Are you just gonna follow him to the door, or are you gonna garrot it up?
I'm going to visually take a complete inventory of a room.
All right. I'd say you're experienced enough in your job to do this. You'd say that really fleecing this place would really make for a good few months.
Don't.
Don't.
Just leave the apartment and come down. Don't. I swear, if I did all that to save you, and then
I think I like. Garrett kind of stops and is like, looks around, like, it's a nice lamp, very beautiful, and kind of thinks to himself like, how many lamps can I carry? Not too many lamps, really. How many lamps could I carry if I got Nicola and Alice to help me? Getting Nicola and Alice to help me. We'll come back later.
You mark it down in your mental notebook of places to rob. He leads you to the door. Right this way, and do be quiet. Mrs. Green across the hall. Light sleeper. Every time she wakes up the whole floor.
Oh, good to know. I, try not to disturb anyone.
Now go get back to that wife of yours. I imagine she's cold in that low-cut dress.
I will. I'll go right away. Staircases, right
there.
Right, perfect. Thank you so much. I didn't get your name.
Oh, I'm Theodore.
Theodore. Excellent.
And what
Magnus.
floor are you on?
Oh, how many floors are in this, like, apartment?
It's a four-floor building.
And we're on which floor?
Right now we're on 3.
On 3? Oh, we moved in, just up a bit. Yeah, but, like, way down the hall, so I promise you won't hear us. And also, my wife does not wear heels in the house. She used to at the last apartment. Anyway, I promise we won't disturb you anymore. I really appreciate your assistance.
I'll just make sure you don't fall off the building. I would hate to have the cops run around this place.
I think we all would love to avoid any police issues. It always makes for a bad night's sleep.
Agreed. Well, have a good night, son. Pats you on the back.
Thank you.
Ushers you out the door. You hear the door lock.
all this for a shovel. You almost went to jail for stealing a shovel.
I 100% go to the roof and see if the door is unlocked on the roof.
It is.
Perfect. Is there a shovel up there?
Oh, there is.
Oh, I'm gonna grab that. I'm gonna go all the way back down to the bottom.
Okay, how big is the shovel?
So it's more of like one of those smaller ones that are about like this big. Not like a full size shovel, but like more for one that you would use for like digging in rooftop garden beds versus like digging in a yard. But
Like
it is
a
a
hand
shovel. Yeah, like a hand shovel, but not like one of the little tiny ones. More of like a, like a large trowel, a small shovel.
It's marginally more effective than digging with our hands, so I guess there's that.
Or stabbing the earth with a knife.
And it's also more portable and less conspicuous than a big shovel.
Usable option.
So,
I'd say definitely fits under.
I'm
a
just
trench
gonna say
coat,
this:
right?
if we couldn't,
yes,
if
it
we
would
didn't have
definitely
this,
fit under a trench coat.
if we didn't have this, it would be better for us to just dig with our hands. I'm sure it would be faster.
All right. As long as you don't choose to steal anything else, you are able to make it out of this building without any issues. However, it is up to you if you want to steal anything else.
What
You
else is
get
on
down
the roof?
here right now. You'll get down here. So help me.
Mainly on the roof, it is those garden beds. There are some lovely flowers, a couple tomato plants. Excuse me. You do spy like a really nice watering can, but it'd be kind of awkward to carry. Beyond that, you do see some like kind of rolled up fencing that it probably wasn't cheap. It'd be the kind that you would like put around a gardening area, kind of like that, like thin metal stuff. It is kind of bulky though.
Garrett makes a mental note of the fencing. Also, Garrett will, I assume, be on a call street going down the stairs and out the front door.
Yes, yeah. As long as you don't do anything else, you can make it out the door.
The only thing I'm gonna do is when I walk out the door, I'm 100% eating a tomato and holding two more, and just like hold one out to Alice, just like.
Alice takes it. She's mad, but she really does like tomatoes.
I think they're heirloom.
Oh!
Well, we live in the building, so I mean, the garden is community.
Yes, that's right. We do live here. And we should really be going.
Also, kind of opens the coat and shows the symbol.
Alice closes the coat. Nicola is going to kill us.
Only if she finds out, and she doesn't like tomatoes.
Because there was a GM intrusion, and you did succeed here. I mean, even if you didn't succeed, you'd still get something. But you do get 1 experience point and 1 to share. I think it's obvious who you should share with.
If you don't, I'm gonna throw this tomato in your face.
So
I think it would be
tempting.
funny if you didn't at this point.
No, I will share it with Alice.
Thank you.
The absolute look of anger.
Tempting to just be like, no, Nicola.
All right. So you have your shovel, and Garrett almost died but didn't.
It's like every episode now, isn't it?
You do get into the most trouble. All right. So what would you like to do next?
Time to go to the park.
Yeah.
Just head straight there?
I do want to apologize. I am trying to piece Billy's sheet back together.
I thought you were going to say you were trying to pee. And I'm like, you're
I've
in
been
your
sitting
chair?
here trying to piss for like 30 minutes.
I was like, you are not in the bathroom.
Please don't piss on Cam.
Sounds like she needs some Flomax.
God damn it.
Is that a thing?
Oh, yeah. Really.
Oh.
There's a drug that makes you pee.
Well, okay, it's
was just
more for
coffee.
like people with prostate issues, but yes. Also, it's sometimes given to people who have kidney stones.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Who is boop doo doop doop?
It's me, sorry.
It's okay.
At least it's a nice sound.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm gonna turn it into something horrible and disturbing.
Oh,
I
perfect.
would love a just that.
Don't. I live with it.
That's my alarm, and it Caleb hates it.
I know you're saying you live with the phone and the alarm, but it did sound like you were saying I live with it in regards to Val.
To be fair, she could say that in regards to me.
To be fair.
Oh.
You're both monsters, and I love you.
Thanks.
Am I at least like a cute monster or something?
Oh yeah, you're adorable.
Yeah, I guess.
And I think you all know how I feel about monsters.
Okay, we're going to the park. We're going with the shovel. We're ready.
All right, let me change our music.
Magnus,
I'm
you
gonna
better
be-
take an interesting turn.
Real upset if we end up with one of those bug ladies that Psyche likes so much, and then her character's like, yes, bug lady.
I say that lady is hot one time. I say the bug lady is hot.
You talk about Jane
All the
Prentice
time.
with like lust in your heart constantly.
No,
Yes.
it's
Yes.
respect and fear. Listen.
Just admit you like Bug Lady.
Just admit you like bug lady. It's
What
fine.
bug lady are we talking about?
Jane
Jane
Prentice.
Prentice.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, she loves the worm lady.
I
Anything
like
that
her
has to do with-
style.
Her style is obsessive and disturbed.
Have you read the things I like to read?
She's got you there.
Yeah, that's
Look.
fair.
Look, I'm just saying that, like, that lady, anything that has to do with bugs and decay is like a hard and disease.
Yeah, it's
hard no
gross.
for me.
It's more about toxic and obsessive love manifesting as worms. Listen.
And that sucks too. Toxicity and obsessiveness are bad traits.
All
that
I'm
make
saying
human beings.
is, would it kill you to sit in the shadows and watch me sleep occasionally? You know?
Yes. That is antithetical to my state of being.
God.
It would kill me.
Are you talking in-game or out of game? I can't tell you.
Both.
I think she's talking in game and out of game. I wouldn't do either, because Amelie is a creep, but she's not that kind of creep.
So you're saying there's not a cuck chair in your in-game bedroom?
Oh, certainly.
I'm really glad Mom left. We brought out the cuck chair joke. I'm really glad, you know.
It's fine.
All right. So you're on your way to Grant Park. It is not particularly far from here. You can walk if you like, or you can drive. Which would you like to do?
Just walking at this point. I don't want to take 100 right turns again.
All right. So let me pull up my park notes. God, my screen is bright. Bright screen.
The light.
The light, it hurts.
It burns us precious. It burns us.
Here we go. Okay. As you approach the park, you see that there is a short, mainly aesthetic gate blocking the path to enter. There's a sign that posts the hour saying it closes at sundown. However, this gate, like, it's locked, but you could also easily climb it. And if you look into the park, you see multiple people in it. Like, it is, like, there are people, like, on benches, there's people, like, near a little fountain, like, there's people just kind of, like, off by a tree. Like, clearly nobody is super abiding by this sundown rule. So, what are you gonna do?
We're gonna call the cops on these fuckers.
No.
I'm just following.
Get them out of
the
here.
path.
This is our park.
Hey, yo, get out of our park.
Bad guys aren't we?
Nicole's just doing as best as she can to not draw suspicion to herself.
We just had a conversation with a guy about how we don't want cops involved.
Oh, did he mention that, by the way? Garrett mentioned that part of the conversation to us?
Probably not.
To me, that is an inherent, like, the fact that this guy's like, I don't want cops around my place. Why? I'm curious to know what his wealth is in. Is it in like something horrible and disgusting?
Yeah, it's
lamps.
hardcore drugs.
It's
I
lamps.
was thinking like he's the kind of person who imports Hellman's mail instead of getting dupes.
Wait, you can import a Hellman?
Yeah, no, maybe his business is in lamps, as Autumn said. He
Heard
deals
It's a
in
rare
heard you paint
antiquities
houses.
dealer, but it's all lamps.
We call him the lamp man.
The drugs
The
are
lamp
hidden.
man.
The drugs
Ugh,
are hidden
awful.
in the lamps.
Oh, it's in the bottom vase portion. Taped inside of the shades.
Garrett's one weakness: lamps.
Like a moth to a lamp.
Literally. Awful. I'm following this map.
All right, so you're gonna climb the fence then, or get through some other way?
I'm just climbing the fence. She's
All right.
able to do this.
Yeah, this is not like a hard fence to climb. Like I said, it's mainly performative. Like, this fence is here to say you're not allowed in here so that if the cops come by and they want to do something about it, they can. But, like, it's not really stopping anybody. So anybody who wants to climb the fence can. If anybody would like to do something else, you also can.
I would like to climb the fence, please.
All right, climb to the fence. Anybody not climbing the fence?
Is the gate locked? Like, are we sure the gate's locked?
There is a little padlock.
Just climb the fence. It's like 2 feet tall. You don't need to lockpick it. You'll be fine.
Is he like gun shy about climbing now?
He did just almost fall off a building.
I'm scared of 2 feet drops.
Are you sure it's not a seize a lock that needs to pick the lock?
No.
Maybe both.
You don't need to pick the lock. It's 2 feet tall. Just step over. Do you need a hand? And she like
Fine.
reaches a hand out to him.
Or climbs over the fence.
All right.
Oh,
Has
my
everybody
God.
else climbed over the fence? Was Garrett the last one? All right. So as you enter the park, it is pretty peaceful. Like I said, there are a handful of people here, and the more that you're, kind of wandering into the park, you do see more people. Nothing particularly necessarily nefarious is going on at first look. You spy, some teenagers or young adults probably fooling around. There's some people like sleeping on benches. There's some people who are literally just like hanging out. Like, they may have, a bottle in a bag, the old staple. But it's nothing major going on in the park right now. As you're following this map, it's pretty easy to figure out what you're looking for, because the map itself kind of creates an overhead view of the park with some main landmarks. Like, there's the gate, which you went through, and then to the side there is a fountain that's drawn out, and it's like a circle with another circle inside of it. And then you see a little copse of trees that have been drawn like as little like stick figure trees. And then beyond that, there is a big kind of like gnarly leafless tree, and next to it is a series of bushes. And as you kind of compare the map to the landscape, you see a copse of trees, a big old gnarly tree like a little ways down. What do?
We follow the map.
All right. You head to the gnarly tree.
Yeah, the gnarly tree, dude.
Gnarly tree. Gonna catch some sick grass. All right. You reach the tree, and it's it's one of those trees that looks like it was made for Halloween. It has these twisted, gnarled roots and these long branches that reach up into the sky like little skinless hands reaching up towards the moon.
Oh my god, Corinne. No.
It's a Halloween tree, guys. It's gonna be weird
the
looking.
Skinless hands depiction. Oh.
Skinless hands.
De-gloved hands.
Yes, they've
Stop.
been degloved, and they're on this tree.
Hands tree. You could say it's a pretty handy tree to have.
Hey. So, when you get this feeling in your chest, this kind of strange sense of ease, like being drunk, it's something you notice even as your brain tries to tell you everything's fine. Because you look at this tree, and this tree says, no thank you. And yet your body is saying, yes. I would like everybody to make a knowledge or wisdom save. This would be your intelligence defense, I believe.
Ooh.
This is going to be challenging, so a 15. But if you are trained, that would be a 12.
I rolled a 19.
Me
I
too,
got a
19.
4.
Hey.
God damn it, Garrett.
The dice really are not favoring.
Also, I'm making a
working.
note that says the tree says no, the body says yes.
And you got a 17?
Yes, and if this is just pre-gaming, because I know Corinne, if Billy is anywhere near Garrett and she sees Garrett start to like approach the tree, she would absolutely grab him by the scruff of the neck and just no.
Val, what did you roll? There was a lot of rolls, so I just wanted to
I rolled a 5, so I don't know what all of my stuff is saved to my PC, which is still being assembled.
No, that's okay. I don't think you could get it down to a 5, considering we started at 15. So, the lowest you can get is probably a 9. So something happens. For Alice, Nikolai, and Billy, you get that feeling, that drunk feeling, that looseness in your limbs, that little like fuzzy feeling in your head, where everything feels great and sparkly and shiny and like the world is your oyster. And then some little part in the back of your brain is like, this tree is fucked up. We're investigating weird alcohol. These feelings don't mesh with who I am. And you feel yourself slowly pulled out of that kind of drunken haze. It's almost like sobering up. Like the experience of coming to after a blackout, but like a quicker version where you're aware. Like, it's almost as if you are unaware of your actions and then suddenly thrust back into your body. And as you were unaware, you were moving towards the tree, getting closer and closer. And the tree almost seemed like it was getting closer to you, too. Up until you awaken from this seemingly non-slumber. However, you see that Mel and Garrett are still walking towards the tree.
Oh,
Mel and Garrett. One moment. Mel and Garrett. You feel as if every answer to every question you've ever had in your life is in this tree. And the only way you can get it is to get really close to it. You think that you need to reach down into the roots and find the answer to those questions, because you feel great, and you think the only way to keep staying this great, keep feeling this feeling, is to get to the source of it, something in the roots of this tree. And so you walk. Now, people can stop them.
Yeah, I want to roll to snatch both of them. Just, I don't know what that roll would be.
Are you trained in physical stats?
I am actually looking. I am trained in endurance or gymnastics, so probably endurance.
Yeah, I would say endurance to like grab and hold them back as they try and move forward.
She's also strong.
Yes, she is strong. I would say that this is, let me just check. I'd say it'd be challenging to hold 2 people back, but since you are trained and strong, we'll move this down to a 12 for you.
Oh, well, just the 12, okay. And then, what of my stats, because I am slowly building Billy back up, what of my stats affects that roll? Like,
So, for your stats, if you were using your pool, like your pools of things you can do, you would be using your might stat.
okay.
And if you have an edge in might, you can use effort to bring your this roll down to a 9 instead of a 12.
Okay. So if my might pool is higher than 12.
So basically it takes you could use effort to ease this, even if your might wasn't your strongest. But it takes 3 of your might effort to move it down 1 step. But if you have an edge in might, then it would only cost 2. But if you don't have your sheet fully built up yet, we could just say 3 or 2. It doesn't really matter for this scenario.
Critical fail.
So
I'm also going forward.
okay, so what are you using to do this? Are you trying to use speed or might, do you think?
Speed would be more Alice's thing.
Okay. Are you trained in any speed skills, or do you have an edge in speed?
She does. She's limber. She's willowy. She's got edge and speed, but you know.
Okay. So if you don't have any specific skills for speed, I would say that it is a 15, but you can use effort. So 2 points if you have an edge in speed instead of 3.
Okay.
To bring it down to a 12.
13.
Okay.
Whew.
And Nikolai, were you doing anything?
I feel like she would just try to get in front of Garrett, and if he didn't stop, just smack him across the face to try and snap him out of it.
All right, so I'd say that's probably a might if you're trying to stand in front of him. So are you trained in might or have an edge in it?
No, and I am only practiced with weapons. I am not trained in any combat tasks.
Okay, so this would be a 15 for you. If you use effort, you'd have to use 3 might from your pool, and then it would bring it down to a 12.
I have 10 pool, but you said it needed to be a 15?
Yeah, 15 unless you use effort. But you have to do that before you roll.
Lucky die. That's a 14, are you kidding me?
Not enough unless you used effort, which you didn't say you did.
No,
so,
I wasn't going to.
Well, I'm going after them, so
yeah. Okay, so a few things happen all at once here. Billy lunges forward to grab onto Mel and Garrett. In doing so, she stumbles a little because the act of lunging forward to grab onto them causes her to essentially get back into the sphere of influence for the tree once again. Billy, you feel as if every answer you've ever been searching for is in the roots of that tree. You want to go toward the roots of the tree. However, Nikolai, you move to stand in front of Garrett, seeing that he's not stopping. And you think that you can stop him. You stop him all the time. That's kind of part of your job, is keeping him on the straight and narrow. But he bowls you over. He just keeps walking as if you're not even in front of him. You fall over, you are not hurt, but you're just kind of shoved to the side. A little bit of stumbling. Alice, you think there are 2 people, to your knowledge, you don't know that there's a third, going towards this tree. I can't grab both of them. I'm not strong enough. But I can beat them to the tree. So, you run and stand in front of the tree, planting yourself right on top of the roots. So that if they have to go through this, if they're trying to get to these roots, they need to go through you. And now we have a standoff. Now, party. I have a question for you. Are you ready to rumble?
Are we fighting our friends?
You are.
I have a gun and a knife, Alice.
You
Ellie's a
also...
professional boxer.
Here's the
What
thing,
you
though.
remember.
Here's the thing. Autumn has a coin. Karma has several coins.
This is true.
Do you think Mel doesn't have a cute piece of jewelry on her with that symbol?
This is also true.
If I have to puppeteer you bitches, I will! Against Billy!
So, that does raise an interesting point. We do have an occultist in our midst. One who has various little coins spread among the group, and it seems a trinket with her roommate.
The strongest one for the roommate.
I do have to ask, Mel, did you know about this trinket?
I'm gonna say no.
But what does it look like? What did Alice give you?
What kind of jewelry do you want, baby?
I'm guessing that if it was given to her against her will, it probably was nothing that she would notice. It'd be like a something she put in her hair or something.
Like a little spider brooch or something. Like a little pin.
Yeah, or like, I don't know, something like that.
Okay. Alice, or Mel, are you still wearing the coat that you were wearing earlier?
Yeah.
On the coat, you have a small little lapel pin, a spider that goes through the lapel and kind of hooks into itself. It's just a small little silver spider that is on your lapel. Now, Alice, do you have any specific occult skills you would like to whip out?
I don't have them written down. I do. Oh God. I didn't think I'd be fighting.
I didn't think it'd turn out this way either.
Oh God.
Let me change our music. Things aren't as light and breezy as they once were.
Gotta do some Googling.
Nicola's just over here like, I have to go to work tomorrow. It's like, I have my real job to do. No, thank you, actually. No thanks.
You're welcome. I had this one all set up for you guys already.
While we're figuring this out, I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Yes, a good time. If anyone has to take a little break while Roxy takes a look at her cult abilities, Andy, I would recommend you take a moment to make sure you have your fighting abilities figured out.
I'm figuring that out right now. Can I actually share this with you, Corinne, and
Yes,
you can
yes.
help me look it over? Okay.
I didn't think I'd be fighting the entire party.
I'm on your side.
You're
I'm just on
fighting-
the ground right now.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, I'll help you up off the ground.
Yeah, Nikolai just got pushed over.
Okay,
That's why I
okay,
said I have
okay.
a knife and a gun.
Okay, good. Well, I don't want to use it on them.
I don't either.
Yeah, Nikolai, if she had failed worse, might have been under the influence, but it was a, minor.
Oh, so you keep calling her Nikolai, and it's Nicola.
Nikolai, I'm so sorry. I have Nikolai stuck in my head for some reason.
Nikolai is typically male version.
Isn't that what they call Bucky?
I don't think so.
Is it not?
Not usually.
You would know. You would know, so... Ignore
It could be one of his comic book, identities over time, possibly, because he did have a name that wasn't any of the ones you would expect, but I don't remember what it was.
I'm realizing I don't actually see attacks on here, so I'm looking for those right now.
So you don't have any specific attacks in the way you would in D&D. This is actually the first time we're covering this. Let me pull this up real fast.
Punch real good.
So are we basically just need to get them away from the tree?
That is your understanding. You're not certain if that will fix the situation, but it won't make it worse.
Tree, in fact, bad.
Law?
Crazy, I know.
Hey, Corinne, how willing to do violence are we right now?
Say again?
How willing to do violence are Garrett?
Well, I would say that you're as uninhibited as a drunk person, and something you really want is in this tree. Now, your character in particular may not be disposed to violence when drunk, but that is up to you.
I would say normally Billy is not a violent drunk, but if it has answers, she's on her way.
I know most of you are looking for answers.
Oh, I see something I love. It's under Avatar for the Web, and it's called Puppet on a String.
Oh no.
Excuse? I think we just learned some things.
I don't think any of us are avatars yet. I think we are just...
I think we gotta go through some more shit for that.
Yeah.
You gotta die.
Furiously DMs Pixie. No.
I feel like...
I will say, Roxy, you wouldn't be an avatar.
No.
It's definitely... It definitely would be someone in our familial line, though.
Oh
Yeah,
my god,
you could-
please let it be a grandma.
It'd be hard to be a grandma since we made this decision that if it was a direct feminine descendant, they died in childbirth.
Whoa.
Remember?
That's what made her the Avatar. She lived. That's how you know.
That's why Garrett's mom's dead, because she died in childbirth.
I would
right.
laugh so hard if it ends up being Garrett, and Garrett's just like, I'm the what? Nah.
What?
Yeah. And Alice is just there like, what?
Okay, so I'm going to explain combat between PCs to you. It is a little different than combat between PCs and NPCs, which you could have had last session, but you skipped it. Alright, so when one PC attacks another PC, the attacking character makes an attack roll, and the other character makes a defense roll, adding in any appropriate modifiers. If the attacking PC has a skill, ability, asset, or other effect that would ease the attack if it were made against an NPC, the character adds 3 to the roll for each step reduction, plus 3 for one step, plus 6 for 2 steps, and so on. If the attacker's final result is higher, the attack hits. If the defender's result is higher, the attack misses. Damage is resolved so that 1 to 3 points of damage become 1 to 3 points of stress, and 4 plus points of damage become a serious injury. And I mediate any special effects. So as you are attacking each other, You roll your attack. Your attack is essentially just whatever you are attacking, like, with. Like, if, for instance, you are doing a bludgeoning weapon or something that uses strength, like punching, you would be attacking with might, and you would make a might roll, and you would add +3 for any proficiencies, abilities, skills that you have that make that easier. For instance, we know Billy doesn't need a weapon, so Billy is at least going to have a +3 to any attack she does with her fists. She probably has a +6. I'm going to double check. But if Billy were to attack one of you, for instance, if Alice, you just roll a straight defense roll. So you're just rolling to avoid getting hit. You're not adding anything special to that unless you have something that says you're good at avoiding, like, getting hit. So you would just roll, and if Billy's is higher than yours, you get hit. And if, for instance, you are using something like a gun would not be a might weapon. Generally speaking, a gun would probably be a speed weapon. But you could also, I would allow an argument saying it was a knowledge weapon, depending on if, like, you're shooting like a sniper, I'd say that's more of a knowledge weapon, whereas shooting from the hip is a speed weapon. So you just kind of have to describe to me what you're doing, and then I'll tell you what it is. All right, let me take a look at Billy's sheet real fast.
Thank you.
So, when you're practiced with a weapon, that means...
Oh, so if you're practiced with that specific weapon, that'll ease it one step.
And if you're practiced with all weapons?
Then, easing it one step in this case means, Garrett, if you're practiced with a weapon, you get a +3 to your roll for attack. Billy, any weapon you use, you get a +3 to your attack, plus any other modifiers that would affect your might, or relevant stat.
I'm not looking forward to beating the shit out of you guys, but, like, it's cool to know that I could. So that's why I'm excited. Please don't think I'm like, finally I can beat the fuck out of these bitches.
Sorry in advance, but yeah, same.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can keep thinking that.
Cast all the spells you want, witch.
To save your life!
True.
Okay. Are we ready?
Ooh, okay.
I think she is still checking my shit.
Okay, yes. So, Billy, you are going to have a +3 to your hits. And if you wanted to use effort for your might, you can do so. It would cost 2 of your might pool. And then that would create, then you would be a +6 for any hits you're making. Well, each time you roll, you would have to use the effort, but you're already a +3 for any hits you make.
Cool.
Also, you're going to do extra damage. So when we get to resolving that, I will weigh in.
Okay.
All right. Alice, did you need me to look over anything on your sheet?
I think I'm good. I think I feel pretty good about this. Okay.
Okay. Does everybody else know what they're doing? Have any questions before we dive in?
Alice is not a combat player. Or not Alice, Nicola at all. She has self-defense tools.
All right, well, this is going to be fun. All right. So, Alice, you are standing on the roots of the tree. You see Garrett moving towards you, Mel moving towards you, and Billy moving towards you. Nicola has been pushed to the ground in her effort to stop Garrett. What do you do before the attacks start?
So, what I am going to do, if the DM will allow me, is I am going to roll my sleeve up where you see a little spider tattoo, and I am going to kiss it.
Okay.
By doing so,
Mhm.
do the others react, the ones that have the symbol on them? Do the others kind of...
So would that in this case be Garrett and Mel?
Yes, because they are the ones that have the trinkets.
Okay. I would like you to make I believe this would probably be a knowledge roll, or specifically an occult roll.
Yep.
You are trying to beat, I believe I said the difficulty of the tree was a 15.
Yes.
So you are trying to beat a 15. This is going to be a 12 for you if you're trained in occult. And you can use an effort, and if you have a edge in knowledge, it would only take 2 knowledge rolls.
We don't gotta add it. 19. Let's fucking go.
Okay, so what happens is you press your lips to the spider, and as you do so, you taste blood. You pull your lips away, and they are bright red, like freshly spilled blood. Although there is no blood on your arm. Instead, you see Garrett and Mel stumble. They stop for a moment. Each of them, their hand reaching to the spot where that symbol is, either on the lapel for Mel or in, I believe, the pocket for Garrett. As they do so, this seems to disrupt the power from the tree for a brief instant.
After? Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
If after this, when they're stunned for a little bit, if I'm allowed to do so, I want to use ventriloquism to make it sound like my voice is coming from away from the tree. To see if I can get them to just, all I need to do is get them away from it, you know?
All right. So, yes, I would say you are able to do that with this effect. You can essentially cast your voice, whether magically or through other means, to be kind of in the opposite direction. Garrett and Mel, you both stumble, clutching at this sigil. You feel a weight, as if the token itself has suddenly gained 5 pounds. Mel, this seems to be dragging you down from the lapel of your coat. Garrett, from your pocket. As you hear Alice's voice calling to you. Alice, what do you say?
Over here. It's over here. Everything we've ever wanted. Because that's what they're thinking, go to the tree.
So, you two, you now only need to hit a 9 to escape the grasp of the tree. However, you can roll your dice, but it will not resolve yet because Billy is
I
up to
know.
the plate.
I know Billy is gonna be Nicola's problem.
Billy, what are you doing? You want to get to this fucking tree.
I mean, yeah, Billy's going to the fucking tree.
I got a 16. Also, I have speed, so...
I hate to tell you, buddy. Billy has a 13 in speed and a 14 in might.
At least
All right.
I saved 2.
So, Billy, Alice is in front of the tree, standing on your knowledge, your information. She's directly in the way. What do you do?
I mean, like, she inherently is, like, not going to attack Alice, because, I mean, she's, like, the protector, like,
Yeah.
but she's going to the tree, and she's going to try to go around her first, and if, you know, she has to move her, she will, but she's just trying to get to the tree for right now.
All right. Alice, Billy is trying to get around you and to the tree.
Alice is gonna be like, oh, I'm so sorry. It's all yours, and try to slip one of the coins onto Billy while moving
that
by.
would require a sleight of hand, a stealth, a pickpocket, something of that sort. I'm going to say that this is a 15 as well. Essentially, you're fighting against the tree's influence here. But if you are trained in one of those skills, it would bring it to a 12.
What skills?
Like a pickpocket, a sleight of hand, anything that's involving sneakily slipping things into
I think I have sleight of hand. I think I have sleight of hand because I've used it for this stupid coin. Because...
Double check. If you do, then I make it a 12.
Oh, let me see. Oh, I didn't think I'd be using the sheet today.
That's a mistake. Always think you're going to use the sheet.
I didn't think I would be fighting everyone.
Not funny.
You're not fighting me.
You're not fighting
That's
Nicole.
true. That's true.
I mean, unless you want to. YOLO.
It's for funsies.
Because I know I'm a cheerful occultist that learns quickly.
So this would be one of your skills, if there's any skill like that that you have, that you're proficient in or skilled at.
I cannot find it. I only have things I wrote down on my notepad. I'm just gonna roll for it because I can't find it. I'm just gonna cold open. It's a 13.
Sorry, you go to slip the coin in Billy's pocket and it falls to the ground, clinking off the roots.
Can I make a character decision in this moment?
You can.
You wouldn't notice. You're too busy trying to tree hug. Listen.
I mean, theoretically, would Billy have noticed the coin falling out of her pocket?
I think that you would notice that Alice tried to do something because she didn't succeed. You may hear the ping of the coin off the tree, given the tree is your one focus right now.
So I'll tell you what, here's what I was thinking, and you can tell me if this makes sense. Billy remembers that Alice gave that guy her coin.
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't know what it means, but she knows that it's... I mean, she's been protecting these girls for a while. She knows they're into some freaky shit. She is not into it. And she is pissed off because that means that she knows something about the feeling that Billy felt in the last session was the same feeling of the journal her sister brought around, which is not a thing. Like, she's actively like, absolutely not. So she's still kind of pissed. Would she then become hostile?
I would say if you think your character would become hostile in this moment, that is the case.
If it gets you away from the tree, chase me. Come on.
I do think she'd be like, what did you just try to do? You did not just try to control me like one of those, like...
Alice runs. Alice runs. Alice doesn't explain herself. She runs away from the tree.
Yep.
Mel and Garrett, what did you two roll?
I haven't yet. Does my special circumstances have any influence on this? Just checking.
I would say that since this coin has helped you once before in a similar situation, I said that you two only needed to hit a 9. I would say Garrett needs to hit a 6 and Mel needs to hit a 9.
I rolled a 16.
Okay.
I rolled a 17.
All right.
A good roll.
Do you come to your senses and see me booking it?
Before we resolve that, Nicola, what are you doing? You fell to the ground. You see Alice sprint to the tree, do something with her wrist that maybe you're familiar with. Then those two kind of crouch over, seemingly in pain, distracted. Something has broken their concentration. Alice tries to slip a coin into Billy's pocket, fails, and then starts booking it as Billy gets pissed.
She fully just scrambles out of the way.
I need you to know, Alice didn't use deception on Billy. She just booked it.
I mean, to be fair,
0 use in a physical fight. Like, she's not trained in any combat task. She is practiced with light weapons. She is useless right now.
You have do something. You hear Alice yell, "Do something!"
She's just like, no. And
All
just
right.
backing away.
Billy, you're up. Alice is booking it away from the tree. You now have a decision to make.
Okay.
Well, it's kind of a 3-part decision. So
Yeah.
you can try to stop Alice from running, keeping her near the tree. You can try to chase Alice. You can disregard Alice and just go for the tree. You are mad at Alice, but the tree does have answers. So this is whatever you think your character would do. If you were, your inhibitions were low.
Also, you're pissed.
You are pissed. You're pissed and your inhibitions are low.
What would a Scorpio do? Go after joy or revenge?
I don't know that Billy is a Scorpio.
Oh, but if she's an Aries, same thing.
Fair. Oh, that's tough because they're both like, she's pissed, but she's also like, once I get my answer, I think she would go for the tree. Once I get my answers, then I can get Alice. I think she would go for the tree.
All right.
I'm
So
sorry.
Alice, you book it. You're like, you can get me over here. And Billy, you reach the tree. You touch your hand to the bark. And it almost seems to welcome your touch. It wanted you here. Your hand goes a little bit lower, reaching down for the roots, because that's where the answers are. You know that's where the answers are. What was that?
The traitorous?
Yeah, exactly. You're looking for the traitorous.
Alice is gonna take her shoe off and throw it at Billy's head.
Are you doing that quickly or with precision?
Both.
One or the other.
Precision, right for the back of the head.
All right, I would like you to make just a knowledge roll.
Because I don't want to use my gun on you.
Yeah,
Make a knowledge roll to know how to throw a shoe at someone's head very precisely.
I'm not trying to make this hard. It's just what she would do.
No, you're not. Don't worry.
14. I do have good intellect, so at least I got that going for me.
Okay, Billy, I would like you. Well, actually, do you want to try? I think you're busy. I don't think you're going to defend against this.
I don't think she'd notice if she's throwing it back of her head. She
Notice.
wouldn't see it.
So
I have heels. You will notice.
a shoe hits you on the back of the head, and yet you don't care. You take 1 point of stress. But you don't care. That bump on the head is nothing compared to the knowledge in this tree. And so you crouch down and dig your hand deep into the crevice of the roots. And it's damp, like it's rained. And as you kind of pull your hand out again, the soil is reddish. But there's not an answer in it. So you reach back in again. And you pull it out again. And this time it's even redder. So you dig again, digging further. In a small part of your brain, you think, Garrett has a shovel. But getting a shovel isn't as important. Garrett.
So I've snapped out of it, right?
You have.
Kind of like, oh, that tree's a bad juju. Don't want.
Yeah,
okay.
and you see Billy digging into, from the outsider's perspective, what you see is Billy crouched down at the tree, digging her hands into the hard soil. And each time her hand comes back, her fingers are a little more bloody.
You see Alice hysterically throwing her shoes at
Do I
Billy.
see the shoe hit the back of Billy's head?
You do. You do see the
Okay.
shoe.
When I walk towards Billy, do I get like, do I start to like feel the influence again, or am I like immune now? Kind of.
You feel it, but it is not overpowering. It's more of like that, kind of like that sense of a hair raising on the back of your neck.
Oh, I'm not good at this, but I kind of need to. She's really into the roots, right?
Yep, digging her hands right in there.
I'd like to walk up right behind her, and then from out of my like trench coat sleeve, I'd like my blackjack to just drop down into my hand and just right where the shoe hit.
All right. And are you trained with your blackjack?
I'm skilled.
We're skilled. All right. So you would roll, and then add a +3.
13 plus 3 is 16.
All right. And Andy, I think you are too involved to realize this is happening to you. So you get hit on the back of the head. You fall forward. For a brief moment, you feel weightless. And you still want to dig into that earth. So as you fall forward, your eyes fluttering, you grab one last handful of dirt. And as you do, you feel a bottle. And then you pass out.
Grab by the, lapel, just sort of pull away from the tree.
Alice totters over, shoeless, and helps.
Put the blackjack back away. I don't know, she just fell over.
Alice is gonna take the bottle out of Billy's hand.
Billy, you are unconscious, but in that empty sleep, you hear a voice in your head. You shouldn't keep following me like this. I left for a reason.
Am I with it enough to respond?
You can. Whatever you say will be said aloud. Kind of a mumbled under your breath.
What did the voice say one more time?
You can't keep following me like this. I left for a reason.
You can't keep running like this. I keep finding you for a reason.
It's going to get you killed.
Everyone dies.
You know that well.
Don't we all?
Your eyes open. You see your friends above you. One of them holds a bottle of sickly yellow liquid. Your hands, now that you look at them, are bloody. It wasn't red dirt you were digging through. Your skin is scraped and your nails are torn. But you will make it another day. You will have another day to find answers. But you don't think they're here today. And with that, I think we may need to wrap up so that we don't go over.
Billy, are you right now?
Who else would I be? Isn't that your shoe? Why is it over there?
You tripped and took a terrible tumble. Hit the back of your head on
Shoes.
roots.
And roots.
And shoes.
Yeah. That explains this. I remember what happened. I was digging.
She needs to know. The better informed, the safer they'll be.
I mean, like, Billy's aware. She, realized. I mean, I feel like she could put it together that, oh, that was me. That was the red whoopsies. I feel like she could probably put those two together. So, she'd probably just do the old farmer, kind of, shake her hands out and dust off and stand up.
I will say you did take an additional 2 points of stress. One from the blackjack and one just to your hands.
Okay. How much stress? When does stress start being bad?
Great question. This is the first time we've run into this.
Yeah. So I'm at 3 now.
Let me find stress for you.
That may change. Gonna need a Coca-Cola. hold the
yeah.
cola.
God damn it.
She's got some ghosts in her blood. and
Okay,
she's
here we
so
go. Stress is tracked as it accumulates on your character. A minor injury might give you 1 or 2 stress. Likewise, a terrible shock or horrific experience might give you 2 or 3 stress. For every 3 points of stress you accumulate, you have 1 level of stress. A level of stress hinders all actions. So you are now impaired. Every time you apply effort, it costs you 1 additional point from the stat you are using. You can also ignore minor and major effects of your rolls and don't deal extra damage in combat with a special roll.
I'm assuming I can heal.
You can, yes.
Okay.
Rest allows you to reduce stress and recover lost points in your pool. You reduce your stress by 3 points, 1 level, for each hour you rest. So essentially, after you rest today, you'll be able to move up 1 track. So, you're not feeling great. You got hit on the head twice, scraped up your hands a bunch, passed out for a minute or so, You probably have a mild concussion, is how you're feeling.
Did she break any fingers, or is it just, scraped up? You dug?
It's mainly surface damage to your hands.
Okay.
No broken fingers, just ripped up nails, messed up, skin.
Dizzy?
Yeah, you're a little bit dizzy. A little bit if you turn your head too fast, you have that, whoosh, whoosh feeling, yeah.
Oh, I have a little first aid kit. Could we use it? Or do you have stuff? Okay.
Yes, you could use that first aid kit to treat Billy's hands. And you probably wouldn't have anything for her head unless, she might have a little bit of a bruise, a cut or something. You could patch that up. I'd say any patch camp you can do with your first aid kit would remove 1 of the damage, which would put Billy back to hale. Still needing a rest, but not actually impaired by this damage.
Mainly, she was just... If she's, dizzy, she's gonna be like, can I ride with you guys back to my place and
Yeah,
catch you in the morning?
Yeah, definitely. Also, please stay still. Oh God. And she's gonna use the first aid kit on Billy. Sorry about the shoe.
Yeah, what? So, the thing that hit me was your shoe? You did...
Yes.
Well,
it was your shoe.
well,
It
the
was
first
the shoe.
thing
It
that
was
hit
100%
you-
The shoe. It was only the shoe. You threw it really hard.
I got hit twice.
Alice is gonna glare at Garrett while she's
It
wrapping
bounced.
up the bandage.
Bounce off your head and right back on it again.
I'm gonna be a shithead. Can I make Autumn roll deception for trying to trick Billy? Roll, bitch. Affectionately.
Oh, that's a 1.
I was going to make you roll, Andy, but no. Automatic failure.
Billy just kind of looks at him. And just, with the outside, I know that, this part of her hand, but probably with, her, lower hand wrist, just reach out and taps him on the back, smacks him. Stop it. Don't be stupid.
Garrett, go get my shoe.
Fair.
It's
Okay,
over
fine.
there.
Hey, Corinne, when I pick up that shoe, do I
You
still
better
feel
not.
a weird feeling from the tree?
The tree gives you the heebie-jeebies a little bit. Whatever the feeling was is not as strong anymore, though. It's still there, but it's not... It seems like the largest source of that feeling is from the bottle itself that was in the base of the tree.
It's in my purse.
However, the feeling isn't gone entirely. You do still get a sense of it from the tree.
Garrett makes a mental note to steal some gasoline in the not too distant future.
Gotta get rid of that tree. All right, so Andy, you get an experience point and 1 to share.
Psyche gets this one.
Thank you.
You stressed yourself the fuck out for this one.
I was just like, oh, I'm gonna have to fight 3 people or Nicola will shoot someone. It's what she knows to do.
I did not want to shoot anyone in the middle of the night in Chicago.
I love that that's the reason, not these are our friends, but...
I feel like that's a normal thing in Chicago
You know,
in the middle
that's
of the night.
shots. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Like,
Technically, it's just her cousins are here, and then her cousin's partner and weird bodyguard. So,
I do want to ask, Mel, now that you're fully in control of your faculties, how do you feel about that little lapel pin your roommate gave you?
I don't like it. I
Are we
don't
gonna
like it.
fight about it? Are we gonna?
I mean, I can't see a circumstance in which it doesn't lead to a fight. So,
No, it depends.
I'll be honest. I don't like it, and my guess is that she will probably, at the earliest convenience, take it off of her person.
No! It kept you safe! No! Keep it on!
It kept me safe at what cost? To my personal agency.
Are we doing this now? Are we having this conversation now?
No. You asked.
We will talk about this at the flat.
No, Roxy, I'm not even talking to you. This is like Corinne asking a question.
Okay.
I'm not talking to you right now. I mean, she's not gonna be. She's not happy, but she's not gonna be talking about this in front of other people.
Don't throw it away though. It's really pretty.
All right, so it seems like Mel is going to remove the brooch, but not like necessarily get rid of it at this moment. Probably more of a, maybe in the car ride or once back at the flat, like that kind of situation. And then there's probably going to be a discussion between Mel and Alice before we meet again.
Yes.
So you two figure out what that discussion was for your characters and just let me know before next time. We can always go over it at the top of the hour too if you want everybody to know, or we can keep it as just a GM and you two secret. Autumn, if Garrett is going to go back to that tree with gasoline, let me know.
Will do.
Karma, if you would like to do anything in particular in between sessions, let me know. And Andy, you've had some knowledge bombs dropped. Not as much as you would like, but if there's anything you'd like to do with that knowledge, or if you'd like to discuss it more, let me know.
Will do.
And Billy was saying that stuff out loud, right? So Garrett and Alice would have been next to her hearing that.
Yep.
Only hearing her side of it, though.
Yeah,
only
only
her side.
hearing her side.
All right.
Just has to go to work tomorrow. Like, she has to go check in at her other 2 jobs.
Nicola has 2 other jobs she needs to check in at. And
Freaking Reba.
who is keeping the bottle for right now?
Me. I figure it's safest if Alice does, because she's very connected to the web. God.
You're getting a DM look right now, just so you know.
It's a bold move, Cotton. We're gonna see how that plays out for you.
It's a bold move, Cotton. I will have something for you before we play next about maybe some things that may happen because you have that bottle. We'll have some discussions.
Put it in the freezer.
Yeah, seriously. I am immediately thinking of that one episode of that guy with the key in the ice.
The only survivor. Put that bitch in the freezer.
I'm like, I'm gonna put it in our safe, put it in an ice thing,
Yeah.
All right. I believe that is where our session will wrap up. I hope you all enjoyed it.
Or we could just go straight to the Institute and give it to them. Be like, here.
You should do that.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna keep it at my house.
Okay.
The bitch with the nice teeth can have it.
Smart move.
With somebody else's nice teeth. I feel like we should remind.
Yeah, someone else's. I think, Peter's? Peter's teeth?
We are going there straight away, Corinne. Next episode,
Okay.
with a concussed Billy in the backseat.
All right.
Alright, I'm just going back in
see
my notes to verify that it is in fact Peter's teeth. Yeah, it's Peter's teeth. Ethel has Peter's teeth.
So
He's
what I'm hearing
dead.
is Garrett doesn't have time to pursue Lamp between episodes.
Not between
No,
episodes.
you leave Theodore alone. I like him.
But Billy would probably help you burn the tree down, high key.
Y'all can go have your enrichment time.
Yeah. Don't ask where I got these.
Yeah, in theory, not everybody needs to go back to the Institute. Just saying. Just whoever wants to bring it back.
I mean, Billy's just concussed. Otherwise, she would not be going back to the Institute. She needs a ride.
So, just before next game, let me know if you're going to the Institute to do the bottle, who's doing it, or if anybody isn't doing it. You know, like if Garrett is specifically not going to the Institute because he wants to go burn that tree, you could do that. So just let me know. I hope you all enjoyed today. I wasn't expecting the PvP, but I think it was fun.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's fine. I'm okay.
Well done, everybody. You survived your first thing trying to kill you.
Me.
It was
Each other.
It was me.
Each other.
The
Yeah.
thing trying to kill you was the
here
friends
all
you made
along.
along the way.
Just a whole bunch of fun compulsion.
All right.
Well, this is awkward. Just really running out that clock, huh?
There's worse things that have happened in this world.
I want you
Yeah.
people to know that I really want to play Sons of the Forest right now, and I hold you personally responsible. both of you.
Yes, but
I
you can't
mean-
play by yourself. You gotta play with people.
Andy tried to buy it for me earlier, and I said, but what if I hate it?
And I said it'd be fine. And
We
they were like,
can play it tomorrow. We can do it for stream.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Are we chasing tornadoes tomorrow?
Oh,
or-
we
Chase
could-
tornadoes.
We can do tornadoes. We'll do tornadoes. And then maybe during D&D, please.
Well, I don't
Well,
know
actually,
how long.
Corinne will
That
be
sounds-
over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll be
that
hanging
sounds-
out.
And Autumn said it was gonna be emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Oh,
also, what?
No, go on. What were you gonna say?
Tornadoes may not take that long unless we all have too much fun in the mode where we can be the tornado chasing our friends.
I think we probably will.
I mean, you could alternatively just play, like, now it's the weekend.
I have work tomorrow morning.
I am actively, like 30 minutes ago, was ready to go to bed.
Okay, just throwing it out there.
No, you're fine. My medicated hormones make me want to go to sleep at 9.
Herman's also just old.
Yeah.
I am simultaneously a grandpa and a 12-year-old boy.
And with that, we're gonna end stream. What a lovely message to end on.
We contain multitudes here at PsycheSiren Stream.
Oh, y'all have a lovely night. That was a lot of fun, even though I had to fight everyone I loved. Wow.
Loved ya. Past
Yes.
tense.
I don't know how I feel now.
Billy will remember this.
Billy, better while I'm friggin' bandaging you. Take care, y'all. Have a lovely night. It was good seeing you, Prodigy. Take care. Goodbye, y'all.
Hi, everyone.